talking about the world of options in this video. Can you think of any asset which can give you 100% of returns overnight? Yes, it is options. Amazed? Let's talk about it in this video. So far, we have learned about forwards and futures. We learned that futures overcome the limitation of forwards. However, in future, theoretically, there is a possibility of unlimited profit as well as loss. In futures contract, I have an obligation to bear that loss or reap profit as the case may be on expiry. Yep. So now, what happens if I have a choice? If a derivative contract can give me a choice to enter into the contract or simply back out at a later stage. If so, then I can exercise the choice as per my situation. If the situation is in my favor, I can exercise my right and go ahead with the contract, and I can take the risk as per my appetite. Else, simply I can let the contract be. Do you think that the choice is available? Yes, the choice is available, and this choice is called options. A type of derivative contract that gives you a choice or the right to buy or sell an asset at a predetermined price and time. So, if in a contract one party has a choice or the right to enter or not enter the contract as per the situation, the party has to take an obligation. When you choose to take up the right, you are the buyer of that choice. And when you choose to take up the obligation, you are a seller of that choice. Now, choice to do what? When your choice is to buy the asset, it is called a call option. When the choice is to sell the asset, it is called a put option. Getting confused? Let me decode this for you with the help of a real life example, and later we'll come to it from a market and trading point of view. Say, consider a situation. There are two people, Pratik and Vinay. Pratik is actively evaluating an opportunity to buy 1 acre of land that Vinay owns. This land is valued at rupees 5 lakh, and he expects that in the next 6 months a new highway project is likely to be sanctioned near the land, and if the highway comes up, the valuation of the land is bound to increase, and therefore he would benefit from the investment which he is making today. However, if there is no highway tomorrow, then the land price wouldn't increase and Pratik would be stuck with this investment. So what should Pratik do? Clearly, this situation has put Pratik in a dilemma, as he is uncertain whether to buy the land from Vinay or not. Whereas Vinay is quite clear about selling the land if Pratik is willing to buy. But Pratik wants to play it safe. He thinks though the whole situation and finally proposes a special structured arrangement to Vinay, where Pratik believes that it is a win-win situation for both of them. Let's discuss the details of this arrangement. Say Pratik pays an upfront fee of rupees 1 lakh today to Vinay. And this is a non-refundable fees that Pratik pays. Against this fees, Vinay agrees to sell the land at 5 lakh after 6 months to Pratik. The price of the sale, which is expected 6 months later, is fixed today at 5 lakhs. Now, because Pratik has paid an upfront fee, which is non-refundable, only he can call off the deal at the end of 6 months. And if he wants to buy the land, Vinay cannot cancel the contract. In the event Pratik calls off the deal at the end of 6 months, Vinay gets to keep the upfront fees which he had received at the time of entering into the contract. Let us break down this Pratik's proposal to understand some more details. By paying an agreement fee of rupees 1 lakh, Pratik is binding Vinay into an obligation. He is forcing Vinay to lock the land for him for next 6 months. And Pratik is fixing the sale price of this land based on today's price, that is 5 lakh. Which means irrespective of what the price would be 6 months later, he gets to buy this land at today's price. He is being able to do this by paying an additional 1 lakh rupees today to Vinay, which is non-refundable. Now at the end of 6 months, if Pratik does not want to buy the land, he has the right to say a no to Vinay. But since Vinay has taken the agreement fee from Pratik, Vinay will not be in a position to say a no to Pratik. So here in this contract, two parties, which is Pratik and Vinay, Pratik has the right, he has a choice, whereas Vinay has the obligation. The agreement fee is non-negotiable and non-refundable. And after initiating this agreement, both Pratik and Vinay have to wait for next 6 months to figure out what would actually happen. Clearly, the price of land will be based on the outcome of the highway project. And however, irrespective of what happens to the highway, there are only 3 possible outcomes. Once the highway project comes up, the price of the land will go up, say it shoots up to 10 lakh. The highway project does not come up, the price collapses, say to rupees 3 lakh, and if nothing happens, the price will remain flat at rupees 5 lakh. Let's evaluate what happens in each of these scenarios. Say price of the land will go up to 10 lakh, what happens? Sale agreement value is rupees 5 lakh. This means that Pratik now enjoys the right to buy the piece of land at rupees 5 lakh, where in the open market the same land is selling at a much higher value of 10 lakh. So clearly Pratik is making a steal deal here. He would go ahead with the contract and demand Vinay to sell him the land, and Vinay is obligated to sell him at a land at a lesser value simply because he had accepted 1 lakh agreement fees from Pratik 6 months earlier. So how much money is Pratik is making in this scenario? The buy price is 5 lakh. And let's add the agreement fees, which is 1 lakh rupees. So the total expense from Pratik's point of view is 5 lakh plus 1 lakh, which is 6 lakhs. Whereas the current market price of the land is 10 lakh. Hence, the profit made by Pratik is 10 minus 6, which is rupees 4 lakh. In the second scenario, what happens if the price of land falls to 3 lakh? Do you think Pratik will actually go ahead with the contract? Clearly, it does not make any sense to buy the land. Hence, he would prefer to walk away from the deal. Remember, the sale price is fixed at 5 lakh 6 months ago. So, if Pratik has to buy the land, he has to shell out 5 lakh plus the 1 lakh which he has paid for the agreement, which is totally 6 lakh. And the market price of the land is only 3 lakh rupees. So, this would not give him any profit. So, it doesn't make sense for Pratik to enter into this contract, and he would exercise his right to call off the deal. He would simply walk away and will not buy the land. However, Note that as per the agreement, Pratik also has to let go of 1 lakh rupees which Vinay clearly gets into his pocket. And that is Vinay's profit from this particular deal and scenario. Now consider the third scenario where the price of the land remains flat at 5 lakh even after 6 months. There is no highway project and the price of the land remains constant. What do you think Pratik will do? Well, he will obviously walk away from the deal and would not buy the land. Why? Simply because the cost of the land is 5 lakh. Agreement fee which was paid earlier is 1 lakh. So again the total investment becomes 6 lakh rupees and the value of the land in the open market is only 5 lakh. So it does not make any sense to buy the piece of land at 6 lakhs when it is worth rupees 5 lakh now. Since Pratik has already committed 1 lakh, he could still buy the land but ends up paying rupees 1 lakh extra in his process. So for this reason, Pratik will call off the deal and the process of let go of the agreement fee of 1 lakh. I hope you've understood this transaction clearly. This was a classic example of a call option, a choice or a right to buy the asset and an obligation to sell the asset at a predetermined price at a future date. Quickly, let's revise and answer few questions with respect to this example. Why do you think Pratik took such a bet even though he knows he will lose rupees 1 lakh if the price does not increase or stay flat? Agreed, Pratik would lose 1 lakh, but the best part is that Pratik knows that this is his maximum loss beforehand. Hence, there's no negative surprises for him. Also, and when the land price increases, he will have profits. So under what circumstances Pratik's trade makes sense? Only when the price of the land increases. And under what circumstances would Vinay's position make sense? Only that scenario when the price of the land decreases or stay flat. So why do you think Vinay is taking such a big risk? He would lose a lot of money if the land prices increases after 6 months. Well, think about it. There are only 3 possible scenarios, out of which 2 will benefit Vinay. If we talk statistically, Vinay has a 66.66% chance of winning the bet as opposed to Pratik's of only 33.33% chance. Let us summarize a few important points now. The payment from Pratik to Vinay ensures that Pratik has a right. Remember, he can call off the deal. And Vinay has the obligation, if the situation demands, he has to honor Pratik's claim. So Pratik is an option buyer and Vinay is the option seller in this case. The outcome of the agreement at the termination, which is 6 months, is determined by the price of the land. Without the land, the agreement has no value. And so land is therefore known as the underlying of this agreement, which is a derivative. An agreement of this sort is called an option agreement. The agreement is entered after the exchange of rupees 1 lakh. So hence this 1 lakh is the price of this option agreement, which is also known as the premium amount. Every variable in the agreement, that is area of land, price, date of sale, is fixed prior. And as a thumb rule, in an option agreement, the buyer always has the right and seller will always have an obligation. I'll request all of you to thoroughly go through this example again and understand it. And for any further doubts, you can always write back to us. We will be referring to this example again in our later videos to understand more on options. Thank you.